Get the Conte and Kenny Show. And AIDS, probably.
Monday nights, the clock strikes 7. Conte and Kenny, humor's heaven. On 100 proof, YouTube's delight. Tune in, we promise it's pure delight. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, pure comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Laughing out loud, so mellow and bright. Conte and Kenny, comedy's bite. Every Monday, come and play. Join us for laughs, end your day. Eastern time, the fun begins. Jokes and stories will make you grin. A perfect blend, comedic art. Conte and Kenny, they steal your heart. So click and watch the chuckles flow. Conte and Kenny, friends in tow. Sip some laughs on 100 proof. Comedy magic under your roof. Remember the time, don't miss the show. With Conte and Kenny, the giggles glow. Find the channel, don't delay. 100 proof podcasting, your Monday ballet.
And don't forget me, Joey Image.
The vision is written. The power is reawakened. The fear is reborn. Because they have returned. Because they have returned.
Welcome to your Monday Ballet. How are you, everybody? It's the Conte and Kenny Show, also known as Arrogance and Alcoholism with a side of spandex. We're here every Monday night live at 7 p.m. on the 100 Proof Podcasting YouTube channel. You can catch all the past shows wherever you get your podcasts or watch them on 100 Proof. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give the episode a thumbs up. And if you want to be an adorable subhuman being, click the notification bell so you never miss an episode or a live show like the Replayables, Killing with the Ables, and Shawnee playing video games and shooting people up. What is going on, fellas?
What's up, boys?
Sean shooting
What
people
is
up.
happening?
Sounds like a
Yes.
behind a broken down garbage dump in a fucking poor neighborhood. Three
Do you,
neighbors.
have, do you have that written down, Joe? Do you have that written down,
Some
or you
of
just
it.
go off the top of your head? Some of it?
No, some then
It's,
it's like, and then I just say dumb shit afterwards. But yeah, I got most of it is written down.
Because
No,
to be
that's-
And of
totally
course-
honest,
The dumb
Yeah.
shit you say
Be
afterwards
totally
is the
honest.
show.
yeah.
That's
But
our show.
I'm totally honest.
Oh.
It's really it's wordy. You know, like, snapping in.
It's wordy.
Yeah, exactly.
Our intro was
Captain-
just
and
6 minutes. For Christ's
James
sake.
used to call me
Joe
Captain
talking was
Explaino, so trust me, I know I over-explain shit. But of course, if you're checking us out for the first time, down in the bottom radical left corner is the arrogance part of the show. That's me,
Ow.
Joe Conte. Right in the middle, right center square, is the alcoholism part of the show. That is Kenny Michaels. And then, of course, up in the timeout is the side of spandex part of the show, and that, of course, is Joey Image, our resident wrestler and third mic, and of
Good
course,
morning.
behind the glass is our pal Shawnee. And 100 Proof Podcasting. Please note, Sean does not shoot people up. Oh, wow!
No, they
Did
shoot
I just get
themselves up.
flagged for something,
No.
Shawnee?
I think No, you said it the right way and I made it a drug joke.
Oh, okay. All right. Because
He
I
said
was like,
playing
oh,
video
I didn't know.
games, and I said, yeah, he
Like,
shoots them up
yeah,
behind a dark alley somewhere.
I didn't know if AI like recognized the fact that I said he's shooting people up, and needed to let
Are you
me
wearing
know
a
that
Columbine thing or something?
I don't know,
Active shooter.
or
Yeah, that's all you need.
maybe a heroin addict or something. But anyway, what's happening, everybody?
Conte and Kenny will steal your heart.
Nothing.
Conte and Kenny.
Yeah,
will
I had
steal your
I
heart.
thought of it right as the whatchamacallit. Two things. We'll start off two things that I noticed. Let's just
Two things.
begin there. One I noticed, one thing I noticed, and
Isn't that what isn't that what babies do? Two thing.
Ha ha!
Kenny
Wow.
said two things. Isn't that what babies do? Two things.
Yeah. Technically, you're correct.
T thing.
Technically, you're correct.
Come on. Same thing.
You're about as nice and wordy as his intro.
There you go.
So two things. First one, just an observation, okay? Just an observation. And speaking of the alcoholism, it's raring to go. It's all it's there. It's
Okay.
present and everything, like like it always is.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
So I had to. The other day, last week, I had a day off or something, and I was up and at 'em early because I had worked. When I was working nights, my schedule is night schedule, so I run errands at like when everything opens up, and I do everything, and I go to bed before lunchtime. That's kind of how the night schedule works. So I went to the bank or something like that, or I went to UPS, dropped an Amazon thing off. I said, all right, well, while I'm out, let me go get a pack of smokes. And at 9 o'clock, the local liquor store opens up the earliest. So I said, I'll swing through, I'll get a pack of smokes. And if I'm already there to get a pack of smokes, even if I have liquor at the house, I'll go and buy another bottle of booze. So I have for backup. You know what I mean? So it saves me a trip to go if I run out. You know what I mean? It's just to have it in the house. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, by the way, okay? Just opens up. I swing over there, and there's a guy, as you open the door, there's a cooler with like impulse buy stuff, like little ice cream sandwiches, right by the door, and it's right where the counter is where you buy your lottery tickets.
Yeah, it's called grab and go.
Where the lottery, where you sit there and you put your ticket in. That's how my grandfather used to say it. When you check your own lottery numbers, right?
Right. Yep.
So I open up the door, and this fucking jerk off with his pants halfway down, with his ass crack hanging out, in his mid-60s, is sitting there bent over halfway with his ass, I can't get in the door, doing scratch-offs.
Okay.
Who the fuck, what kind of compulsion do you have that you have at 9 o'clock in the morning that you not only don't bring the scratch-offs home with you, you do them in the foyer of the liquor store to get more scratch-offs. When I get a scratch-off, I don't try to sit there and win immediately. I take it home. It's like playing a card game. You know what I mean?
Kenny, can I say the irony of a person who's buying booze at 9 o'clock in the morning is talking about somebody who's buying fucking lottery tickets at 9 in the morning.
if my story had continued, I had the realization when I sat in the car. And I go, I'm all pissed off. I'm all pissed off at this guy. And I'm like, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I've got 64 ounces of raw vodka sitting in my passenger seat. Who the fuck am I to judge?
In the seatbelt and everything.
Who the fuck do I think I am?
And the best part is that you're pissed that you had to wait an extra 5 minutes to get your booze.
Yeah, to get the booze. Yeah, get the fuck out of the way with your stupid scratch-offs. But it actually really dawned on me where I was like, why the fuck am I mad? Who do you think you are? King shit. Beat it. Go home.
Goodness.
Don't fucking pull a bullet in your face. Have some ammo for breakfast, you cocksucking zero.
Oh, and also just let them know if you would like to do a super chat please be obliged. You can donate anything, anything from I think $1.99 to $10 trillion. And of course, and if you want, if you do a super chat Kenny, if you want him to do an impression of anything, then you can do that with the super chat. Aku said it doesn't make him an alcoholic that he makes his own wine. He's got 5 gallons of red.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he said,
making it
Kenny,
has nothing to do with being an alcoholic. It's drinking.
it's like being a Roman emperor. Brilliant.
The trick, Kenny, is pull your phone out. The trick, Kenny, is pull your phone out and bump them and pretend you didn't see them. What do you mean pull your phone out?
So take out look your phone while you're walking. Take your phone, look out while you're walking, and bump into the guy.
9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. You leave the car running. You roll the windows down. You leave you take your wallet with you. You put your hat over your phone because you don't want to. If you put it in your pocket. But at 9 o'clock in the morning, you want to be in and out of there. You don't want to eat there and
your hat over your phone. Never heard that before.
So nobody sees it on the seat, on the passenger seat, as they're walking by.
While you're walking.
I thought I was like, he's covering his phone with his hat.
Yeah, like he's holding his phone and putting his hat on top of it.
I'm talking the neighborhood I live in is a
so
people don't see it. Yeah,
I'm not worried about people taking the phone, but you never know. Kids.
I'm not worried about people taking the car. I just got to protect the phone.
Yeah, because that'd be more important. But then you got to go in and out. Hey, good morning, guys. See you later. Boom.
Oh
my Lord, Colorado Dickhead is in the fucking chat room. Welcome back.
Holy shit!
A long time, yeah.
CD Colorado Dickhead. Holy shit!
New Jersey Dickhead.
Look at this. Hey, fellas, I will play the lottery where I want. Colorado Dickhead. Patty also said she loved the way Kenny says lottery. Yeah, look at this. A reunion of sorts. Some of the new fucking jerk offs and some of the old jerk offs, man. Friggin' awesome.
Colorado,
man.
fucking, what's his name? What's her name? Pepper and Patty.
Aku, why are you leaving the car unlocked and running? Let me tell you something, Aku. I'm going to answer this for Kenny. I never in my life locked my doors and rolled the windows all the way up. And I never got robbed. The only time I do it, the only reason I even do it now is because my wife always says, did you lock the doors? Did you lock the doors? And because when I used to work out with my one friend like 15 years ago, I used to leave my doors unlocked and a little open. And he was such a piece of shit when he would come into the parking lot, he would pour his garbage into my windows. He was such an asshole. He was such an asshole. So that's because of my friend Chuck, I had to roll my windows up and lock the door because he was such an asshole. And
I love that. That's hilarious.
So I think that's it's interesting. Cool. I'm not saying don't ever lock your doors, but I don't know. I never did. I never
depends
gave that
on the
vibe.
neighborhood. I live in a honky white town. Then nothing happens around here in the woods. You know what I mean? When I lived up north, different story. People will take your shit. The one time in my entire life that I got my car broken into was the one day that I had groceries in my hands, and I always lock my car. When I'm home, when I run in, give it a shot. I'm in and out. You don't know how fast I'm going to be. Give it a fucking shot. Try taking my shit. We'll see. I'll give you what for. You know what I mean?
Right in your where.
Yeah. But the one time that I had groceries in my hands. I wake up to go to work the next morning. It was like my second day on the job too. And my fucking, the glove compartment is completely everything. The middle console is shit everywhere. So I had to call the cops. The guy from up the block comes and goes, "Is this your wallet?" It was a bunch of kids. They were stashing and grabbing. You know what I mean? Smashing and grabbing.
Okay.
So I always lock it. When I go to bed at night, I always lock the car. But to run in and out to a liquor store to get smokes, I'm just in and out. Boom. You know, if they happen to take
stashing and grabbing.
Smash and grab. Yeah, smash and grab.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
just
stash.
checking every door.
When you break the window, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I thought you said stash. Oh, okay.
I did say stash. I meant smash.
Oh, okay. No, because I was thinking that they would like steal something, but then hide it. So when the cops would find them, they would say, like, like, dude, I don't have anything on me. And then you go back to the woods later and drop it off in a rock.
I thought you meant steal something and then hide it, but still in the car.
In your mustache?
Just like not steal it, but like just not, just like an inconvenience. Like, yeah, I stole your
okay.
fucking phone charger, but I put it in your trunk. Ah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, just these tricksters.
yeah, yeah. Just like a
You
minor
two would make the
inconvenience.
worst fucking criminals ever. Really.
Oh yeah,
Criminality
yeah.
is
We're
fucking brutal.
two pathetic Italians.
Yeah.
That
I'm
probably
gonna
would
steal
never-
I'm gonna steal something from you and then hide it in a different place in your car, just for
Yeah,
shits
yeah.
and giggles.
Just
No.
to be mildly inconvenient, but not a criminal. Me and Joe would make a
No,
great
no.
buddy criminal movie, not buddy cop movie,
What,
buddy criminal
Yeah.
duo.
what they wanted, smash and grab is basically they just run around, see who's left their car open, and they go and they take whatever's in the car. They go through their whatever phone.
It's
or
not a very
chargers.
strategic way of.
No, it's a
stealing.
bunch of kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not stealing at all. Yeah,
And they have the tools now where because of the keyless entries, they go up to the garage. They go up to wherever the bedrooms are, where your keys, like by the front door or the garage, wherever you would lay your keys down. And they hit a
Okay.
fob, like a boop, 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 boop. They hit that, and it connects theirs to the keyless one. Car's on, boom, out of your driveway, gone.
Oh.
High tech. High tech. That's
Wow.
because you think keyless entry is what you call it, convenient.
yeah.
It also is for the crooks.
Yeah, it is for the yeah.
It's also
It's
for the
convenient
crooks.
for
Yeah.
them. Wait,
Yeah, so
Kenny,
I-
have you heard of the Flipper Zero?
Flipper Zero. No.
Flipper
You
Zero.
You got to look it up. It's a little
Okay.
like orange device that they claim is not used for nefarious means, but I've seen demonstrations of it done. It can replicate like tones and signals and stuff like that. So I've seen a demo where a guy had one. They're like $300. Supposedly they're illegal in this country, so you got to get them shipped to like somewhere else and then have a friend ship it to you. Like I would have to, like I have a buddy, my buddy Adam in Canada. I would have to have it shipped to him and then he could ship it to me as a regular package or whatever. But it can replicate signals and things like that. So the demo that I watched, or the guy that I saw do this, I don't know how it programs. There's a list of programming codes and stuff where you can put in like your car's keyless entry thing, for example, the key fob button or whatever. So you put in
Right.
whatever frequency that is and whatever code, and then this thing replicates it. So this guy walked
I
up to a
guess
Tesla and popped open the door lock and popped open the what do you call that thing in the back, the charger, like normally where gas would go in a real car,
Right.
whatever that
Cell.
gas cap pop is called in a
Yeah, the
Tesla.
cell battery.
And the guy popped them open with this thing. I'm like, that's insane.
I guess same kind of thing. Nefarious means, right? You said nefarious means.
Yeah.
Is he a cornerback on the Jets? This
No.
Joe, you're muted. Right? The nefarious. I mean, congratulations on using a fancy word. Nefarious.
I've been using
means.
nefarious for the last 6 months. A lot.
Yeah.
I've been using
So has
it.
the
I never
so
used
has
that
the
word in my
special
life.
teams coach. So is the special teams coach.
Neither have I, but
on
that's
the
how
Atlanta
it was
Falcons.
described in the article the first time I saw this thing.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
maybe he was some
it-
sort of
it-
vampire. Nefarious.
Aku says it copies the signals. Sorry, I used the word replicate. Aku, sorry, you didn't know that word. That means copy.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I said it replicates it. He goes, it copies the signal. Like I said it wrong.
Oh, isn't that
They're the same
kind
thing.
of the same thing,
Yeah.
right? All right.
Yeah, it's.
Um,
I want to get one. I want to get one just to mess with things. But not
It's
for
around.
like
It
$300.
sounds like it's sort of the same wavelength kind of a thing, stealing a signal, stealing frequency. But I just
Yeah,
think
I guess, right? It's not
Well, it
the
doesn't
same
make
thing as
sense. I don't know.
stealing your neighbor's HBO or anything, right?
no. I just like the
That
word
was fun.
nefarious means
It's 2 words.
2 words. Yeah,
Steal your neighbor's HBO. Anyway,
exactly. Yeah. So I have another
people
one.
still do that? I know people have cable now. I mean, I know. I know people have cable now, like we're in 1944.
Well,
I know
my-
people still have cable. Some people still have cable, but do black boxes still
The
exist where you
Wi-Fi.
can steal HBO and stuff, or no?
the
I don't
Wi-Fi.
know.
When,
No, Wi-Fi has nothing to do with cable. I'm talking about cable
yeah,
television.
I think I'm not sure, but it's a hardwired. I'm not sure, but my neighbor, he's
It's
a cool
all
dude, but his
hardwired.
wife.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about cable
Put a passcode.
television.
Yeah,
I'm
put a
saying
passcode in for Wi-Fi. For
No.
for Verizon.
Wi-Fi has nothing to do with cable TV.
hardwired
They're two
cable.
separate services. No, that's what I mean. I'm talking about cable television. Like, do black boxes still exist? Can I go to?
You mean like the Fire Sticks and shit?
No, I'm talking about cable TV. Fire Sticks aren't for cable TV. I'm talking about I go to Optimum. I get a black box, cable box. And that's where
Oh
my
yeah,
channels are.
they're
What the fuck?
almost
You guys
done.
not remember what
Those-
cable TV is?
Yeah, those black boxes, man, they're almost
They
all
don't
done.
exist anymore.
Like, very few. Like we have FiOS and there's no black
Yeah.
box. And I think even with Optimum, we were ready for an upgrade, and there was no box. It was just going to
I
be
haven't had regular
right
cable
on the
TV
smart
in
TV.
years. But
Yeah,
when I was a
it's all
kid,
because
I
of
had,
smart TVs.
What do you do with an app then? Do you TV channels?
No,
Or
it's
you-
just it's right on your it's all in your smart TV. So
Scrolling guide.
that's
Crazy. So you don't get a
Yeah.
box anymore. You got to plug into the coaxial thing with the remote and all that
don't
shit.
think
There is.
so.
There's a small one.
Crazy.
For me, I have a small one.
Well, I
Is
mean
it
the
a-
remote for
but
the
is it-
TV though, but
Yeah.
like, so I haven't had cable TV in years. Like when I did, I had the black box because I was watching wrestling on pay-per-view every month, and there
Right.
was 2 or 3 different companies showing their fucking pay-per-views for $50 a pop. And I'm like, I'm not paying any of these fucking idiots. So I paid $50 for the black box once, and I watched free pay-per-views for 1,000 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it might be, but I have definitely seen where it's kind of gotten to a point where it's barely
That's
being
crazy. Yeah.
used. It's all on the smart
That's
television.
crazy.
Yep. So
Smart
all right.
TV,
Well,
dumb user, just like in my house.
Aku says, find a town that sells VCRs in the pawn shop. Those places have black boxes.
Yeah, but the black boxes don't do anything if everything's all digital now.
Yeah,
The old
I guess
school
so.
black boxes, they don't do anything. It was all analog. That's why I was wondering if there's ones that work for the digital thing. It might be fun to mess around with.
Maybe, yeah.
This conversation is
Riveting.
Wonderful.
Technology.
riveting.
You don't understand
Riveting.
technology.
Riveting with excitement. Riveting
let's
with
go back to
excitement.
Riveting.
Let's go back to 9 a.m. vodkas.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually, yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
This is the same liquor store. I might have mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned it on the air. But it was the 9 o'clock run, somewhere around there in the morning. And the guy, he was almost arguing with like a Indian guy, but he looked like a bag of shit. You know, he was a white guy, stringy hair,
Okay.
slovenly. He had like blue sweatpants on,
I don't know what's
like the old
Slovenly. It's very,
Slob.
very a slob.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I never
It's a very good word.
He had blue sweatpants on that had the front tie, like the 1980 ones. You know what I mean? You know how they lay
Jesus.
differently.
Okay. Right,
He
right,
had
right.
brown. He had brown loafers on, like light tan loafers, and like a
Let me
members
guess.
only
No
jacket.
socks. And no,
No
no,
socks.
he didn't.
No socks. Yep, no socks. And you
Members-
could tell. Yeah, he had like a members, like a brown members only, like George Byrne wore in "Oh God, You Devil" in the movie. You know what I mean? He looked like fucking. You know,
Oh,
he looked
shit,
like
dude. That's hilarious.
what's his name? What's his name? Fucking golfer. The guy.
Oh,
He
shoot
died. He's a
Gavin.
comedian. No. The guy. He's a comedian. Same
Apollo
around George
Creed?
Burns' time. No,
Robin
he
Harris?
was a famous. Lived to 100 years old. Used to do
Robert
the
Burns.
USO stuff.
Oh, you just said George Burns. Oh, Jimmy
He's a
Carter.
USO
Oh, Bob Hope. Bob Hope.
Bob Hope.
There you
Dressed
go.
like Bob Hope. Yeah, long way for
He
that
was a
one.
golfer? I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, big time.
You know,
Yeah,
Bob-
but he did a lot of
you know,
UFO,
Bob-
USO stuff.
Do you know Bob Hope died in 2003? I don't know why I know that.
In three, yeah, he was 100 years old.
Yeah, he was born
He
in
died like 100.
1903. Yeah.
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 So anyway, this motherfucker was dressed like him if he hadn't taken a shower. Just shitty. just like a bag of shit. And
Yeah.
I'm in my car, and of course, I just get back in the car and I'm judging again. You know, not
Right.
to mention another 64 ounces of raw jet fuel in my passenger seat. And I'm actually probably packing a pack of cigarettes to have a smoke and watching this fucking jerk off yell at this guy. And no bullshit. I go, this guy is fucking. He's gonna have to walk home. And it was heat. It was last summer too. Blazes hot. And I go, that DWI sucks at this point because he's got a 12-pack of beer, probably a box of wine or something. He's got like 2 bags.
Yeah,
of
he's
shit.
not driving. He walked there, or he rode his bike there, right?
Right. And so I'm like, he's gonna have to fucking. Those loafers are gonna start to fucking. His dogs are gonna start screaming. You walk no socks with penny loafers on in the summertime. You know what I mean? On a hot asphalt.
Yeah.
You're asking for trouble for trench foot. So this cocksucker takes 2 seconds.
Trench foot.
Two steps back off the curb, says something to the guy, turns around, and then stops. Opens the back door of a AMG G67 Mercedes-Benz. Shined shined like a diamond. Not a speck of dirt on this thing, like straight off the fucking showroom floor. Charcoal gray, 20-inch rims.
Wow.
Throws the shit in the back seat and gets into the driver's seat and takes off. And I go, you got to be, what the fuck is this guy's racket? Is it like
I can't afford soap.
Book
Is he-
cover? Wow.
Is he
judging?
taking?
Yeah.
Is his wife rich? Did she die? Did he come into money from his mother?
He's an
or
eccentric
is he on his-
asshole.
Or is he on his way out from dying? He's some kind of like some kind of stockbroker who's like at his last, like his last couple of bucks. He's getting booze, starting arguments, not worrying. He's doing tons of cocaine, losing all of his money.
Figuring which floor which story he's going to jump out of later on because he lost all his money.
I wish if I was going to see which direction he was going to walk in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm like, where is this guy going? Is he going this way? He's going to go that way. And sure as shit, he fucking went right into the back seat of that Mercedes.
Wow.
And I go, look
That
at
is
this
so
fucking
weird.
slob. This piece of shit is look what he's getting into right now. And of course, judging. Smoking and judging about everybody else while I'm in a parking lot at 9 o'clock getting more booze.
Getting that vodka.
Yeah. I thought I might have told
That's
you guys that one.
hilarious.
Yeah, but it shocked the shit out of me. I was like, you fucking gotta be kidding me. The one car, I was like, if you had 1,000 chances, you'd be like, there ain't no fucking way anyone they wouldn't even let him sniff the paint on this
Did
fucking
you notice
car.
that car in the parking lot before you saw him get into it?
Yeah,
Well,
think,
what it
like,
was
oh,
is
who's
the first row was because there's like a Manhattan bagel right next to it. So it was like breakfast time.
There's one right by me.
So that first row gets loaded up.
Okay.
So then there's a little like a little walkway, like a street, and then you start the other parking. So I was in the front, and his car was like 2 cars down, and we were the only ones in the other one. So this car was standing by itself. It was only me and that car because everybody else was in the front row. And sure as shit, he walked right into it. And I go, that motherfucker. Because every time I see a guy like, in his 50s riding a bicycle, I'm like, that's some bad decisions, bro. That DUI sucks.
Yeah. Oh,
right
yeah.
now,
They're all over where I was this weekend. Tons of old
It's
dudes
all
on
hot.
bicycles.
Oh, yeah, you're over in Brooklyn. Yeah, sure.
I mean, it makes more sense there because of how, mass transit and how expensive shit is and everything's right there. You don't really need to own a car, but
yeah, they got the e-bikes and everything like that. But
there was some guys you could tell are just sad and not in an emotional
down
way.
where I am, I am, it's everybody's got like a half an acre of property. Everything is like spread out, so there isn't like a downtown area, where they have all the stores. There's a few different spots you got to go to, so you got to travel to get anything you want down here. You know what I mean? It's a destination. It's not like you just got to go in one area and you've got everything one-stop shop. You got to go around. Up north, it's different. So when you see somebody on a bike, you're like, it fucking sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah, that bike is definitely one of the first things that person got when he got his DUI. That was the first purchase.
Yeah.
What am I getting? I'm getting a bike.
On his way home from the police station.
One way home
Probably
from
stole
court. I got to stop at the bike
on
shop.
the way home from court. Yeah.
Dude, that's a genius idea. You should fucking sell. You should have a bike shop right down the street from every court in fucking America.
Oh man, that's
every
brilliant.
municipal fucking court. A bike, put it right next door to the court. So after these fuckwads get DUIs, they can go right next door and get a bike, and then they could ride home on a bike.
It's like selling. That's like selling.
Joe's
Girl
bail
Scout
bonds
cookies
and
out to Weight
bikes.
Watchers.
I heard a bit and pieces of both of your fucking jokes, and I didn't.
Joe's bail bonds and bikes.
I started first, but that's a better idea. But both in one building. Bail bonds and bikes.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Oh my god!
I said that idea is like selling Girl Scout cookies outside of a Weight Watchers.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same concept, but yeah, that would be golden. That would be a good idea. Just saying,
dude. And then you have deals like if your bail bond is over whatever $5,000, you get the bike free for a week or whatever. I don't know.
So you're
no payments for 6 months.
In cahoots with the police force, in the courts. That would be the weirdest racket. That would be the weirdest fucking money laundering fucking episode of Ozarks ever. You know what I mean? Like that would be just strange.
Free spare tire for all bail over $2,000.
Exactly.
You can get a bench warrant and a Schwinn at the same time.
Yes, I dude, when you're at the court, they have like your Schwinn summons, and they have like all the different names like sandwiches. You know what I mean? It would be like all the different court things with ones. Yeah, we should. The Schwinn summons. Oh my goodness! Holy shit! Let's see. Aku says actually better than that is the poor crying kid whose bike has been stolen and reported it at the station.
I don't get it. Wait, where's the funny in that?
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Actually, better than that is the poor crying kids whose bikes have been stolen and reported it at the police station. In other words, they didn't buy it. They just went and stole bikes. And then the kids went right back to the fucking police station to report them. Now I got it. It's irony.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. I just said when you get out of jail, on bail, the first thing you do is steal a bike.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say honestly, with these
the judge's name is Schwinn.
If you have the law officers or law officers, they're like, if you come with us, you will make sure that you Schwinn your case. Nothing. Forget it. Sorry, that was a long way.
It took me a second.
Yeah,
why is it that the three of us can only think of Schwinn for a fucking bike? We can't think of one other bike in our head.
Oh, I can. Yeah, Mongoose, Harrow, something master.
Harrow. What is that? Japanese? Hey-o. No, nothing on that. All right.
I actually think it was. I don't remember, but I remember Harrows were like super popular where I am. I thought Kenny was going to say the law offices of Schwinn and Mongoose.
It was going to come out, Joey. It was supposed to come out something like that, but I just stumbled and failed. Yeah, it was supposed to be much wittier than it was.
The law office. Yeah. That's it. That's an episode title. Let's get written down. The law office.
Much wittier than it was. Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, they're going to start cracking down on those kids with the fucking e-bikes. Because that's a way around a DWI.
Oh man,
the electric bikes. They do like.
My wife just gave me the finger. Sorry.
The e-bikes are all over the city, dude. I mean, they have they have like the city bikes. There's like 25 of them on a freaking on a whatever the hell you call it in the rack. I don't know how much they are. I didn't see, but there's a ton of them this weekend. Huffy's a good one.
The ones I see around this neighborhood is the scooters. Yeah. And they're scooter. I mean, the kids, they barely have any helmets on them. Like back when I was their age, you had to have a moped license. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I needed a moped license. Yes.
Right, but these kids
still
are tooling around these things.
I'm still sore that my parents never gave me a moped. They promised me one because you can get a moped license at 15. They promised me one at 13. When I turned 15, I kept asking for it. Oh yeah, for Christmas. I just turned 48 a week ago. I still don't have one. I almost want to buy one just out of spite.
Aku says,
I want to get a nice Thomas right now.
Aku says, "Can the court order you to only ride around on a banana seat?" You got to be embarrassed to ride around on a banana seat, or worse than that, no seat at all, and you're going to have to either really work your legs or really work your heart. You know, your fart hole. You know, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have like if you get a DWI and you're a man, you automatically get a bike with the low bar, the girl's bike.
Yes, the girl bike. Yep.
The girl bike. No fancy fucking 10-speed.
You still have to do that auto breathalyzer thing before you pedal away. I don't know where that was going.
You know, you think about it. If you have like an electric engine, you probably have to. I would think you would. I probably don't have.
I'm talking like a regular pedal bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's got some sort of motor on it, I'm betting.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
We've seen guys on tractors driving on streets. We've seen that on
riding lawnmowers,
like those ride-on lawnmowers, drunk and getting a DUI. I remember seeing that on one of those cop shows. Yeah, fucking idiots.
It's amazing. I gotta find that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen that a bunch of times.
That's
they're like, all right, because they're in the yard and they're slugging 27 beers. They run out of beer and go,
right to the fence.
Well, I'm hammered. At least I know that I'm hammered. I can't drive a car. They hop on the fucking John Deere and go down there fucking falling over.
Dude, I didn't realize that there were bicycles. Like, we saw this in Brooklyn this weekend, Memoir. If there's bicycles, they just look like a fucking straight up 10-speed bike from the fucking 90s or 80s that got motors on them. And guys are sitting there not pedaling and they're doing 800 miles an hour. I'm like, well, this is fucking insane.
Yeah. They're going to ban them eventually because I don't know if people are getting hurt on them. You know, it's funny too, like those videos with the guys. There's the one, it might be in Russia or something, and the guy's riding a lawnmower or some kind of contraption, right? And the cops got him. He's got kind of like leaning up against the front of the car, and the breathalyzer is the size of like a box of spaghetti. You know what I mean? You know that kind of size. Can you visualize it?
Yeah,
and
of course, I'm Italian.
The cop goes to give it to the guy. The guy grabs it and then turns the end of it up like he's going to take a drink out of it. And he starts trying to drink the breathalyzer. And the cop starts fucking dying laughing.
That's so happy.
The guy's sitting there supposed to blow in it, but he thinks the cop is giving him a swig. And he tries he's sitting there like trying to get a drink out of it. Or did he think
it was a box of Cracker Jacks or something, you know? That's funny, dude.
He was trying to get a drink. He's like, no, you're blowing it, bro.
That's hilarious. Well, Joey was in Brooklyn pretty much. What were you in Brooklyn all weekend?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. I gotta find that video, Kenny. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'll find it for you.
Yeah, we went Saturday and Sunday, my wife and I, to celebrate our birthdays and our anniversary because her birthday's
it's all
today.
Like within a week, like 10 days, right?
Yeah, her birthday's a week. Her birthday's today. My birthday was last Monday, and then this past Wednesday was the 11th anniversary of our first date. So June 4th is the anniversary of first date. So so we met at a sushi place right by us on 46. So now every year on June 4th we go to that same sushi place, and even during COVID we just ordered takeout from there. It was great.
Oh, that's cool, man.
But yeah, so
hold on. Let's pump the brakes real quick. What kind of game you got that you're picking up your wife in a sushi restaurant? Fucking Don Juan DeMarco over here. Who the fuck do you think you are with the confidence?
We met on Match.com, dude.
Oh, I thought you randomly met her in this, like you were both getting sushi at the same time.
No, we physically met in person at a sushi.
Oh, okay. So that's where the date was.
Yeah,
I thought you saw her from across the room.
I met my ex-girlfriend on Matchmaker.com years ago, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
you know, it's cool.
No, not at all. I thought you might have been like random.
No. We went to Brooklyn because for my bachelor party dinner, my crew of groomsmen whatever took me to a Italian steakhouse in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is where my father's from. My father died like a year and a half before the wedding. And since he obviously couldn't be there, I wanted to him to somehow be a part of it. So we went to Williamsburg, Brooklyn for the bachelor party, dinner at least. And I fell in love with this place, Di Stefano's. And not, by the way, if they want to sponsor us, I'll talk about you every week.
Okay.
So I went there.
Yeah,
This was the
I
end.
get paid in Clams Casino.
This was like the end of 2019. Clams Casino, brother. That's grovel. What's it called? Poverty food in this place.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Clams Casino, you can make it in a microwave, dude. Although I love it. I do love that shit. But yeah, so we went there in 2019. And then I kept telling my wife, I'm like, yo, I want to bring you there. I want to bring you there. And then just randomly the other day, I'm like, yo, why don't we just go to Brooklyn this fucking weekend? Our birthdays are right in between. I mean, sorry, it's right in between both of our birthdays or whatever. Let's just go. So we went there. We had a nice fucking like $400 dinner. It was less than I expected, but more than I would like to pay for dinner. But it's okay. It's a
That's
very
true. Yeah, I would believe that.
When I went for the bachelor party, I believe so. There was 9 of us, and I believe it was somewhere around $1,300, which is fucking crazy. But I knew it was going to be expensive, right? But it's like it's a one-time thing. We don't do this all the time. I haven't been there in almost 6 years. 5.5 years since the bachelor party.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
And then we left there and went to Barcade, which is exactly what it sounds like, an arcade with a bar in it, which is awesome.
Yeah, you said something about that last week or the week before, and I had never heard of that. Kenny, did you ever hear that before Joey said it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There's been a few of them around.
There's a couple of them. Yeah, there's one. This one in Brooklyn, I think, is the first one, and then I think there's one in Jersey City too, maybe. And I don't know where. I think there's 3 or 4 of them. I don't know where the other ones are, but
a lot of them popped up around. Susan Sarandon got into ping pong, and they were making them social clubs, where it was pool, ping pong, arcade games, kind of like for people whatever.
This might be a different place because there's no pool table or ping pong or nothing there.
No. I'm saying they were inventing places to hang out, like social clubs. Or there's an arcade.
This place,
or there's
what's
like a pool.
What's funny
like
about this one,
with a bar.
or what's interesting about this one, is that it's not a real building. So when we went to my when I was there for my bachelor party dinner, I asked somebody. I don't know if it was the manager, or the owner, or whatever. I was like, why is this place like? All these buildings are squares. This place is a long. It's almost like a fucking tunnel, right? It's super long. It's deep. That's the word. It's not wide. It's deep. So the guy's like, yeah, because it's not really a building. And he's like, look around. So you look at the 2 walls, and they're not real walls. They're bricks, and they're the same color as the fucking paint on the front of the 2 buildings next to them. Somebody just bought, rented, whatever, the space in between 2 buildings and put a roof on it, and now it's a building. It's fucking insane.
No shit.
Because if you go in there, the floor looks like sidewalk. There's no actual floor. It's like sidewalk, and the walls are bricks. So
that's genius.
If you know that, you can look at it and go, oh shit, this is fucking cool. Like, this is such an idea. I mean, it's such a cool idea. And there's no walls. The walls are the bricks. I'm like, oh, this is fucking insane. But like, you walk in, there's a big bar, and then there's just it's all like 80s, like mid 80s, like early 90s video games. Like I played like Punch Out and fucking Galaga and a bunch of pinball and stuff. It was really cool. It's such a cool place, and it's so and you get Seaside Heights, not Seaside Heights exactly, but you get like the tokens you would get at Seaside Heights.
Yeah,
or
gives you that
or like
vibe.
old Parkway tokens. Yeah, it looks like that. That's what you get.
Yeah,
$5 you get.
That's
like,
awesome.
Whatever, 100, whatever it is. Yeah, I think it's just barcade.com for any of you fucking.
I like that. I definitely do.
So that was our Saturday, and then Sunday we went to Brooklyn Comic Con, which is not at all New York Comic Con. This is like New York Comic Con is like the big Manhattan one where there's 80,000 people over the whole weekend. This was not New York Comic Con. This was a Comic Con in Brooklyn. I mean, in New York, not New York Comic Con. It was more of a Comic Con in New York.
Okay, and
it was like it was all right, but like the first 2 floors, there was like 3 rooms of things to do, and there was like nobody in them. Like the one was people fighting with foam weapons.
Okay,
it's so weird.
So it's basically a nerd pillow fight. Is that what that is?
I guess.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
what that
but
sounds like.
the cool thing is,
Nerd Philip.
right outside that door, there was a wrestling ring set up. So there was a bunch of wrestling going on all Saturday. We didn't go Saturday,
Okay.
but it was all Saturday and all Sunday. So they do like 2 or 3 wrestling matches, and then it'd be a break, and they do 2 or 3 more, whatever. So I snuck backstage and said hello to a couple people that I know that were there, that were wrestling at that time or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was like the main floor was the 3rd floor, which I don't understand, but I guess that's you put the garbage on the bottom, and you make everyone have to work to get to the top. I guess.
It's
Like a
yeah.
marketing
Make them.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if all the good stuff's on the 1st floor, then you just leave right away, and nobody sees anything.
Then you
else.
just go. Yep.
Yeah.
And
but
then
it's
right
like
next,
such a
right
niche
next,
thing. Sorry, go ahead, Kenny. Sorry.
yeah, no, right next to the wrestling, there's one room which just has a bunch of pool noodles in it, and people just smacking each other with.
Yeah.
fucking
Yes.
pool
It
noodles.
was
Ah,
right
yeah,
outside the
God.
door. We
Yeah.
got there. We went to like the 2nd floor or whatever. We found this room where some guy dressed up as some fucking Chinese Pokemon thing or whatever was beating up some other guy dressed up as some fucking guy in a suit and with a fucking foam sword. And then Angela's like, I think she said, "This is fucking pathetic." Pathetic or
Yeah.
beautiful? I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "What do you want to do?" She's like, "Go outside." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
you-
walked
Not
around
here.
and went outside, and then when you go right outside that door, there was stairs that went down where the wrestling area was.
You got to find a
and it was-
couple of
that part was
ferries
fun.
to get in there.
That part was fun, but yeah, it was okay. It was just like the main floor, like the 3rd floor, is such niche stuff. Like a lot of it was like anime and stuff. I'm like, I don't give a shit about anime. Like not the Japanese stuff, at least. Like I like G.I. Joe and He-Man and Thundercats and Transformers from the 80s, but like I don't know what the fuck Sailor Moon is. Like I don't give a fuck about Pokemon or whatever the fuck. I just say it that way because it annoys people.
Yeah. That's.
I
that
just
shit's
I would have liked
weird.
to. I would have liked to seen a bunch of ferries just humping each other. Because
Ferries?
that's always an awkward. Ferries, yeah.
Oh, I
They're
think you
dressed
said
up
ferries,
as
like
ferries.
the boats.
Ferries that
Oh,
make
like the
maybe
boats.
my
Yeah,
tongue
that's what I thought
swollen.
he said.
Yeah, ferries. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Throw a
But yeah, so
little
that
wrinkle
was
in there.
that was it. It was a blast, dude. Oh, let me tell you about the hotel we fucking stayed in. We stayed in this hotel called the Moxie. It's because my wife travels a lot for work. She racks up fucking Marriott points. So we don't pay for hotel rooms because you get a room. So when I go to my wrestling shows in Lancaster, I get a hotel. It's like 20 to 23,000 points, depending on which hotel, obviously, for a free night. You pay for the room with the points. And then when you get there, they give you, I think it's 10,000 more points or 5,000 more points or whatever for being like a plus member. So that's a standard room. That's like a fucking suite in a Marriott in Lancaster is like 23,000 points, 2 beds. The one I was in last weekend was 2 different rooms for the bathroom. Like one was a toilet and then the other room was the shower, which is fucking blew my mind.
Shit. Yeah, that's weird.
This room we stayed in Brooklyn, it was 71,000 points. I was like, what the
Whoa.
fuck? What are we in a fucking castle? We were in a closet, dude. It was long.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was long, but it's also like not brand new, but it's pretty new-ish. So like we get in there and it's nice. It's very long. It's not a big room at all. It's a long room, 2 beds, TVs like right on the wall. They don't have any closets. They just have hooks sticking out of the walls in certain areas. There's no like desk, like most places will have a desk where you can sit down and like plug in a laptop or whatever. This had what looked like a fucking high school desk, like one of those little tiny ones that it just pulled out of the wall on a hinge.
So it's a Murphy desk.
yeah, basically, like a Murphy bed. Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. It's
That is
it's
pretty
like
funny,
it's the alleyway between the Moxie and the Sheridan, and they just put a tarp on top like Barcade.
Yeah,
and
like
just fucking
Barcade.
the walls.
Yes,
it was cool though. Like
if you would have had disco playing, you could have called it the Roxy. Hey,
Roxy.
Ew.
Like all we needed was a fucking a bed and a shower. That's all, and a toilet, whatever. That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't really care.
Well,
but it was cool, but it was just not.
Brooklyn
it was
is
small. I would totally go
Brooklyn
back
is-
there though. I would totally stay there again.
Yeah. Well, if you have anything, not a rat infested dump, because you won't find it in Williamsburg. It's the highest. It's like the most up and coming real estate in the country. So you're gonna pay out the what? You're gonna pay 70,000 points for
all
closet.
3 of those places, the restaurant, the barcade, the hotel, actually all 4, and the Comic-Con were all in Williamsburg, which again is where my father was born and raised. So it's kind of like there's like an attachment there with my family.
Sure.
Oh
Sure.
yeah,
And now
I
you
found
said
out
that
I found out all the shit that I found out today. I was telling you guys about before.
Yeah, this is interesting. Now, years ago, I don't know.
5 years ago,
If Sean,
I listened to the clip today where we talked about it, and I was
5
laughing.
years ago.
Yeah, because Joe did the Joe did the accent. Joe did Nonna Macaroni talking to Lena Conte in both accents. It was the funniest.
Does
fucking
Sean
thing
have
ever.
that?
The clip. Oh, I don't know. I think it's long. It's like 8 minutes maybe, but I'm sure you can just shorten it. But I sent it to you guys before. But
Yeah,
I was.
did you
I
send
didn't
it
get a
to
chance to
Sean,
look at
too?
it.
No, I'll send it to Sean right now. I was sitting in my car today on my lunch break at work in fucking tears of laughter, texting you guys. I am in fucking tears. It's the funniest fucking segment I've ever been a part of, at least I think. It's so good.
And so explain it to anybody that's listening, and maybe
it's
we
7
can play a
minutes.
little 7 minutes. Maybe we play a little piece of it or something.
Yeah. If Sean if Sean cuts to like maybe a little bit right up to the middle, I think that's where you're doing both voices.
So,
but
well,
yeah,
Nonna Macaroni. Well, it was the original place called Macaroni Store that Joey's grandparents owned.
Yeah. Yes. So
And it was called the Macaroni Store. That was not.
Yeah, I sent Sean a
Lucento's,
picture of it. Yeah, no, I sent Sean a picture of it if you could pop it up on screen. But we did that whole segment about it, and it's come up like Nonna Macaroni's been a character almost on the show for the last, I guess, 5 years.
Back then, you go to the
This clip is 5 years ago.
You go to the macaroni store. You go to the meat store.
Yeah.
To the pork store.
That's what Kenny's like. Kenny's like, where do you get meat from?
There it is.
Fucking meat. There it is.
Macaroni store.
So that store right there, I have been looking for years, like through in my mother's house, my parents' house, like through paperwork, or like my parents' old pictures. Somebody in the Facebook group I posted this and said, "Why does it look like she has one Negro leg and one Caucasian leg? Is this AI?"
Asshole.
I said, "It's a shadow, stupid."
Or her diabetes.
Oh, the fact
I don't know.
It's like she's.
I don't know about that.
It's just because it's behind it, so it's not hitting the sun.
Right, as like it's a shadow.
She's got the old Italian dead leg.
Yeah, you can get rid of that. You don't need to be there forever. So I've been looking for years to try to find other pictures, paperwork, or some shit like that. And Aku, didn't you see the picture? There's a bunch of canned goods right in the window. No, that's obviously not all they sold.
Dead leg.
There we go. There's
The old Italian dead leg. Oh my god. Yeah. And then so you end up finding out all about this place.
Yeah. So
I'm excited
for
about this
years,
to actually find.
For years I've been looking up, like I said, just paperwork that my parents have and pictures and shit. I never thought to like go on Facebook, and so somebody told me the other day, like, why don't you? They sent me a link to this Facebook group called I think it's called New York Photo Detective or New York Picture Detective, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, why don't you post it on there and say it's in Brooklyn, obviously, because it's New York, and see if anybody can help.
That's like when they have like a World War II video of World War II pictures of soldiers, and then they have them with like France now. It's the same. They superimpose the pictures. What a great idea. Okay, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I don't.
Just love this.
This was just I posted it and I was like, hey, listen, this is my grandmother. I know that they lived here in like the 30s, 40s in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. They know they had this fucking store. I don't know where it is. Is there any way that anybody could just randomly look at this picture and find the address? And within like 4 or 5 hours, I had the entire history of my grandparents, including when they fucking came over here from Italy, or my grandfather, at least when he first came over.
Wow.
By the way, he's from the same town that the Godfather was from, Corleone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have his naturalization papers, which I think means when you come over here and become a citizen. I don't really know what that means, or is that just when you come over here to begin with?
I think when you hit Ellis Island.
Ellis Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have his naturalization papers now. I have his obituary, and I have apparently when you got, I don't know if this still happens, but when you get a liquor license, they advertise it in the newspaper because there's the tiny little thing. I don't know if I sent it to you guys, but it says like, it's got his name. I'm not going to give his name right here, but it's got his name, Marco Blank, is now legally able to sell beer at his his store at this address, which is the address I've been looking for years, under liquor license ABC whatever. So I don't know if that was. I don't know if they still do that, but I didn't know that was even a thing. Is that like a way of advertising? Hey, we got booze
Could
here.
be, yeah, could be. Hey, you got hooch.
I'm getting fucking ravioli and beer. I never heard of that before.
Joey, was this family members or random people that just knew, that gave you the info?
Yeah, random people. You know what it is? Like, you can look up stuff like this. You can look up stuff like this on like Ancestry.com, and like the New York Library has like a historical section, but you got to pay for all that shit. I ain't paying for that stuff. So there's people on there that pay for this, that have like yearly memberships of these things, and they just help everybody else that doesn't want to pay for it. Okay. Can't, whatever. So I just got like these two random guys, Joe something, and the other one I think was David something, or Michael, or Jonathan. I don't know. The other guy had a first name. I don't remember. But
fucking Aku says, please tell me that the only thing they didn't sell was macaroni.
Yeah, no, I addressed that already. No, of course not.
Okay.
There's a big Pepsi sign and a bunch of cans of food in their window. But even if that's all they sold, who gives a fuck? They did fine. But I guess the picture's cut off because you can't.
There's definitely one
Pepsi
rack
logo.
of weird pickled
Pepsi
shit.
logo on the top right.
All right, so Joey, do you want to, since they're going to play a little bit of this, do you want to just set this up a little bit from what?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We pretty much did, right? It's just
so basically,
this is us first hearing.
So what was it? This is me doing my mother.
This is you doing your mom talking to my
the
grandmother, who's in the picture. Right
no macaroni.
No macaroni. Yeah.
The reason why it turned into a bit is because it was called the Macaroni Store. So we thought that was hilarious. And it was like,
if it had a more clever. Yeah, Kenny was like, the Apple Store, the meat store.
Yeah. So and then it just snowballed.
Joe did a whole bit about, I go to the mall, there's 40,000 stores. I don't know what the fuck. I forgot what the hell you said. What's the.
I don't remember. I'm going to have to go back but you want to play a little bit of it?
It's so funny.
Play a little bit of it.
And the clip. Yeah.
Yeah, keep the mics on, and we'll let Shoney know when it's
maybe we'll see if Shoney will pause it.
So good.
Macaroni store down the street. If you want, you guys can go over there. You know what they got over there? Macaroni. I don't know if you can tell from the name of the store, but it's called the Macaroni Store.
Hilarious.
They got a macaroni. They got computers. They got no computers, though. You got to go to the Apple Store. But don't forget, don't go to the fruit store because the fruit store's got the apples, but the Apple Store got the computer. So don't get the apples and the compute confused.
Oh, he didn't cough during that whole thing.
I didn't cough through the whole thing.
If you keep doing that fucking accent, you'll
and
be
then there's
fine.
another fruit bar, but that's just with a bunch of gay guys.
That's not the place we went.
No, that's not the place you guys want to go.
We did leave there and go to a bar though.
Yeah. So, ma'am, where do
I
you?
wish I could do that voice all the time. I can't.
Where do you get the meat from, old lady?
I get the meat from?
Yeah,
we go to the meat store. What are you, stupid? What else are they going to call it? What else are they going to call it? They call it the meat store. You got to go get the meat. You got the pasta store for the pasta. You got the macaroni store for the pasta. You got a meat store for the meat. What are you talking about? And if you got to get your bags to put it in there, you got to go to the bag store to buy the bags first to put the meat in the bag. People are stupid.
I wish the camera worked. You look so happy right now. You have this fucking look on your face like, God, life is great right now.
Because I'm actually getting a few laughs over here, I've been kind of shit in the bed the first half hour of the show. So finally, I maybe get a few laughs, and it's just because I've been doing a character over here.
That's what my fiance just said. I love when Conte does the old Italian lady accent.
This one I like it better. This is not the one I usually do.
When you do your mom, when you
do my mom, it like it, but this one I like it even better.
This is the old Italian lady.
This is the old Italian lady.
At
the
steak store.
When you do you gotta do.
It's a meat store. What's it? The steak thing.
You gotta do her and Lena Conte having a conversation.
You guys are
With
stupid.
fucking Gilbert comes in from behind.
Hey, how you doing? Where's the macaroni store? So why you got to? I don't even know what you guys are talking about now. There was a couple of stores, but now there's a mall down the street. I don't even know what mall is. Is that a store? There's a big, huge store. Got 42,000 stores in it. I don't know what's in the store, but none of the signs make sense.
Annie says you don't know. What
I don't know who this Annie girl. I asked for Annie. She not there. Does she tell stories? Or maybe she give a speech? Who's this Annie girl?
Annie says.
What kind of store is this? They're not selling nothing.
What does she says?
What does she says? What are you going there by speech? In case you got to be a president, you need to write him a speech. You go to Annie says.
Oh, I'm in fucking tears again. Oh, this is amazing.
They got a food court. I don't see one judge in the food court over there.
That's what it was.
I don't see
That's the
no
one that got me the
judge,
best. That's
no
judge.
jury, no lawyer, and I don't even
No
see the
criminals.
criminal over there. Well, I saw a few criminals, but they're just walking around. They look like a criminal. They might have been a little darker than a Sicilian. I don't know.
You don't like Panda Express?
Panda Express? Is that a train? Is that a train? I don't know. Is that a Chinese train?
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel.
Like Holiday Inn Express.
Oh, holiday. I don't know, but I see the big panda. Is that a sandwich? I don't know. They make a panda sandwich on a train? Can I stop doing this? Because I'm losing steam over here.
Yes, it's okay.
Although my voice feels pretty good right now.
You can put her to sleep.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Oh, that's good radio.
Holy
I
shit!
can't tell what's real laughter and what's not, but I am in fucking tears again.
Oh my god, I forgot that, man.
Oh
Holy
man,
shit.
dude, the food court, and Annie says the funniest fucking thing. I don't see no judge. What are you, stupid?
Dude, I don't think I've done that voice since that fucking day.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is before Shawnee put the cameras back on, I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word, like sitting here. I didn't say
Yeah,
a
I
word through
couldn't
that
tell.
whole clip. And I wasn't sure if you guys were talking during that or that was the bit. You know what I mean?
No,
It was
yeah,
all- but it
no,
was-
I didn't.
You
yeah,
guys,
I was quiet.
and then
too.
Shawnee puts the cameras on, and you guys are quiet too.
Yeah.
So that was all
Yeah.
happening right at that time.
Years
Forgot
in
about
my-
that.
What are you,
My
stupid?
God.
What are you, stupid? Is the funniest fucking thing. The way you
Dude,
said it.
yeah,
Oh, it's
just
so
asked
funny.
about a store, and then I would tell you what the store had.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Panda
A. Aku
Express.
just said, I've smacked my head against the motor 4 times cackling to this.
Yeah. There's more to it. There's 3 minutes more. There's 3 minutes before that that leads up to
Yeah,
it.
before that, yeah.
Go check it out on YouTube.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Joey's bachelor party. Somehow we connected Joey's
Yeah,
bachelor
which is
party.
yeah.
which is interesting because my bachelor party, I did the exact same thing I did this past weekend. DiStefano Steakhouse and Barcade.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
Yeah.
the same fucking story 5 years later, 5.5 years
Yeah,
later.
exactly.
But
The
like,
same- yeah,
so-
5
just like
years.
doing this show.
So like the bottom line, I guess, is that their store was at 564 Metropolitan Ave, and they lived across the street at 561 in the apartment building right there. So
Wow.
now it's a
what
it's
is
a
there now?
Cleaners now. It's a
Oh,
Cleaners.
okay.
I actually should have sent Sean the picture.
What
of
do
it.
they clean over there?
I'm so sorry. I'm just
Money.
I didn't
It was
know
an
the
Italian
matter-
neighborhood. Probably money.
We clean all your money, all your dollars and all your change. We clean
We
over
got the
here.
cleanest $100 bills on the block, you know?
But it's crazy. Like the newspaper articles, like I said, about him getting a liquor license. Like I didn't know that was a thing. Like I didn't know that they actually talked about that, or that they actually advertised that.
Yeah, because booze advertising actually went on until Kenny. What was it? No. I'm sorry. They still do. But the hard liquor.
Well, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Well,
There's
remember, in liquor licenses are like real estate. They're not just bought;
Yeah.
they're passed on. There's only
Yeah,
a
a
certain
lot of them.
number
Yeah.
that they have. So if you
Yeah.
own one, if you get one, you could buy one off of somebody. They just don't invent them. You know what I mean? So it's like a real estate thing.
Invent
So,
them.
but yeah, a lot of guys, if they're backing their bills, it goes up for sale. like a piece of property. So they announce it.
I don't remember seeing seeing them ever, like since I've been an adult, at least looking at newspapers, that I've ever seen one advertised like that. Like this guy now has a.
Yeah.
And I've never seen my grandfather's obituary, but I'm mentioned in it obviously because I'm a junior. My father was Joseph also. But I've never seen that obituary before. I just saw Joseph Jr. I'm like, whoa, that's wild, man.
Remember too, Joey, with advertising, there was no internet, there was no TV, that was the newspaper. You know what I mean? So to let the neighborhood know, hey,
oh yeah,
Joseph's
that's right.
over here.
Got booze now. Yeah,
we got booze. We got a macaroni and a hooch. We got a ravioli and a rat gut. We can give you a.
Dude, I found documents of when, like I said, when my grandfather first came over here. I found documents of when my father came over here, and when he was 3 years old, and he was with some woman. I don't know if it was my father or my grandfather. One of them came over here when they were 3, and they were with some woman that was 22. That was like their what do you call it? Not bodyguard, like their guardian, I guess.
Caretaker.
But like. Yeah, but I guess back then they were coming to. Oh no, that was my grandfather. My grandfather came here when he was 3, and those were the papers for him or whatever. But I didn't know that they would allow non-family, at least back then. This was like 1910, I think it was. Like they would allow non-family to come in with a fucking, a 3-year-old kid. Like, yeah, I just found this kid walking around.
Back in then, we didn't have no eyes. You just get a black eyes and put it in the fridge there. And then you have black eyes. And you can come down to my macaroni store. And why am I telling you?
You big dummy.
But you can buy sauce and you can get sauce.
We have no delivery guys, so we use our 3-year-old grandson.
We don't make him go to school. He don't go to school. He don't
go to school. We put a knapsack. We fill it in with the frozen meats, and we make him go on his way.
I see it. No judge. The whole food court, no judge. Oh,
There's
man.
so many little
anyway,
stores over here in Brooklyn. It's not like it used to be 79,000 years ago, you know?
Oh, I just sent Sean a picture of what's there now. If he can pop it up. I mean, I guess you got to zoom it. Yeah. So now it's a laundromat.
Look at that.
It says we have dry cleaning service. So I don't know if you could tell from that picture. There's another picture I have. So there's like a darker. If you look at the bottom left, keep going down a little bit. If you scroll down a little more, Shoni, below the word service, like down on that side, there's like a dark spot on the sidewalk next to like that car by the bottom of the wall. Where that dark spot is the grate that's in the metal grating that's in the picture of my grandmother.
Ah, okay.
So that's where that right there's where that picture's taken. Yeah. It's so cool. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. So right there's where that picture was taken.
And and this looks like an old store. So that's kind of cool that you know what I mean? That it's not like some, I don't know, some douchebag.
That every business that was ever there never
It's not a Jamba Juice.
Emptied it and put in their own shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly. Like a Jamba Juice or something like
that. It's not a Raising
Cane's
Cane's chicken or something.
You know what else What else I found interesting is that when I posted this picture, it's called the New York Photo Detectives. I'm looking at the Facebook group right now.
Okay.
What else is interesting is when I put that picture up, I was telling you guys before, somebody responded with a link to that Nonna Macaroni clip and said, Conte and Kenny presents Nonna. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, are you a listener?
That's full circle.
They must have just searched it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought like, oh, you must be a listener. She's like, no, I did a image search on the photo because I was trying to help you find info, and that's what popped up. So she said, but I will listen now. So Deb, if you're listening, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Deb.
So now that I've finally found the address, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna bring a chair and take a picture in the same spot. As long as
absolutely,
as long as the laundry cleaner people don't throw me out.
Make sure you wear a fake mustache just like your grandma had on. Oh,
hey, relax over there. So the two guys I actually want to throw out a thank you real quick is Joe Lasawa and Michael Bagu. which is funny because his name rhymes with ragu.
Ragu.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's funny. Aku just asked Joey, "Did you get your picture taken in the same spot?" Yeah,
no, Aku. This all happened today. Yeah, Aku. This all happened today.
Out.
The day after I got back, and another interesting little tidbit in the in my grandfather's obituary, it said the funeral home that he was laid out at is on Lorimer Street in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Saturday night, my wife and I went to Di Stefano Steakhouse on Lorimer Street in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Wow, look at that!
Had I found this out 2 days ago, I would have fucking went and saw it on Saturday or Sunday. Of course, the day after we get home, I'm like, oh shit! And it's not like it's a far away drive, whatever. It took 2 hours to get there with traffic. But
that's funny.
I was going to say,
it's funny because we get to the bridge, not the bridge. Sorry, we got to the tunnel, and it says 9 miles. 49 minutes. Like, what the fuck?
I was going to say, technically, you're probably 45 minutes away, but it'll take you 2.5 to get there.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, you got it all mapped out. I think that stuff's awesome. I love that kind of stuff.
I didn't know this kind of like love it. I didn't know this kind of like Facebook group existed where people like did this for other people.
And they were right on top of it too. Yeah. Right on top of it. That's great, man.
Oh, it was insane. And there's people that have posted pictures of like other businesses that it was throughout the years. Like it was a club at one point called Club Matinee. Yeah. Where you can also see the front and you can see the metal grate on the ground. I mean, I guess you probably can't see it here because of the. Well, it says Club Matinee up there, the words or whatever, right there on top of the building. That's the only other. At least that's the only other business I know of that was there. But 564 Metropolitan Ave in another.
Aku asked, he goes, I wonder what Nonna Macaroni thinks of Chef Boyardee. I don't know about this is Chef Boyardee. I'd rather have a Chef a girl ID myself. I'm just saying. And that chef, he's got the big stupid hat and the bandit mustache. It looks like a Hitler. He doesn't look Italian at all.
He got Chef Boyardee. He's nuts. Sorry.
So that was my weekend and my Brooklyn thing. I don't know.
That's very cool, man. I mean,
That's
cool
awesome,
shit.
man.
I'm gonna
found fucking the Nonna Macaroni fucking store. I mean, exact address.
Yeah.
That is cool. You definitely have to go make a trip and take that
I have
picture.
to go there with a Conte and Kenny shirt on.
Yeah, and maybe you have to bring your own folding chair just to say, and just to make sure.
Well, I'm a wrestler. I have a bunch of folding chairs in my house.
No, that's true. Yeah, except all of them are bent in half.
Yes.
And make sure you have that old Italian dead leg. You know, hanging out
exactly.
underneath your sundress.
Yeah, exactly. Joey wears sundress.
Yeah, my sundress.
Get the mustache going.
Sundress. Underneath my sundress.
Oh my God. Nonna Macaroni, if she saw you wearing a sundress, oh my God. I don't know why my grandson, works at the fruit stall because that's what he looks like.
Not at the Apple store.
Not the Apple store, the whole fruit store.
He goes and gets drunk over in the fruit bar. He gets drunk. I don't know, weird shit happens. I don't know what's the matter with this kid.
Shit. Oh my goodness, that's funny, man, and that's cool. That's awesome,
I have,
man.
It's I have one more story, but you want me to save it for next week? You want to?
No, go ahead, do it.
A couple of minutes.
I got a burger waiting for me with a fried egg on it. Let's go.
Oh, sweet. All right, I'll take a few minutes.
No, yeah.
Okay, so what is it? About a month ago, Joe, you went to South Carolina?
Yeah.
You went to Myrtle Beach about a month ago?
Myrtle Beach. Yep.
Myrtle Beach. Okay, so I'm there, and like the second or third night, I was like, hey,
he's watching my dog. That's what he means by
I was dog sitting at the thing.
Yep.
And Bev says, sure, if you'd like to partake, there's the instrument over here. There's a little bit of pifk over there. There's have a little toke. So for a couple of days, I was fully immersed in some extracurricular little flower. Got what I'm saying?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was like, there was about 18 pounds of it. So I took a little chunk for the road because I'm like, I'm not a big smoker. I like edibles. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
you do it.
I figured I got a corn pipe at home, and I'll take a little peach, and then
a button nose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like
Happy
Popeyes.
birthday. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like Popeye.
Corn
Yeah,
cob.
okay.
No, it's like
roll me down. Yeah,
it's Frosty the Snowman, a corn cob pipe, and a button nose.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
but that's more of a Popeye one for me.
right.
So
I-
the other night, it was over the weekend. I worked. Saturday night, worked late, got home, took a shower, made myself some food. I'm outside. I go to smoke a cigarette, and I go, you know what? I got nothing to do tomorrow. Got a couple of ball games on. I'm gonna have a couple of pops on this Tutorutski here. You know what I mean? On
Right.
this flower. So I proceed. I'm listening. I got the ball game on in the background.
Could you make
I'm
any more euphemisms for weed instead of just saying weed?
Yeah, it's legal. I know. It's
You
legal.
made 11. You made 11 fucking euphemisms for pot.
So I'm lighting up the cabbage. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is
You have
legal.
any
I'm
devil's
allowed
lettuce?
to. You know what's funny is I'm allowed to. It feels awkward though. You know, I'm allowed
Yeah.
to say it. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
smoked weed.
Yeah, spinach.
So I have a little bit of it, right? And I'm sitting
Mm-hmm.
there, I'm smoking cigarettes, I'm listening to the ball game, and my stepfather had left for North Carolina. He was going down to his sister's for a fishing trip, okay? My mother's been outside, and now the entire length of my backyard is all copper piping. There's like 7 different hose spigots for the chicken coop, for the lawn on the other side, for the pool, for the garage, for the garden. There's 7 spigots. So she was out there all day long, right? So I get high and I'm like, all right, I'm going back inside, and I hear the hose running. I go, oh shit, she probably left it on. She was doing her flowers or whatever it is. She's starting to plant the stuff. We bought her above bed boxes so she doesn't have to bend over. So I'm going to each spigot, and I'm like, where the fuck is that water? I can hear the water running. I can hear it running. I can't just, if a pipe bursts, I can't just leave it. You know what I mean? I got to figure out where the fuck this water is running from, right? You guys still with me?
Yep.
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour later, I'm hired in Georgia Pine,
Gotcha. Oh boy, here it comes.
and I found the source of the running water. It was my neighbor's
Wait, were you-
waterfall to his pool.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Really?
it was me.
It was
peeing
a
myself.
fucking waterfall at my neighbor's pool. They had just opened up. They just sold the house. So this guy Arthur just bought it. So they had the pool
Right.
guys come in, and they have this little water feature that runs down, and it's trickling down. 45 minutes high in the dark. In the dark at 3:00 in the morning, I'm trying to find a fucking water main break in the backyard behind the chicken coop, behind this. And I finally looked at it and I said, it's the waterfall in the damn pool next door. Trickling.
Oh my God, you must have been fucking freaking out. Like what?
Oh,
the
dude, I was
fuck?
like, I'm like, fuck this shit. It was hot because it was a hot day Saturday night. And was it Saturday? Yeah. It was hot. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm starting to get sweaty. I just took a shower and I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm like, I can't find where this fucking hose is on. And most of the hoses have like 3 nozzles on it. We have to turn one off to turn the other one off. We can turn 2 off and have one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm sitting there like a fucking, like a DJ cutting a record, fucking hitting all these knobs and shit. Trying to figure, and the hoses are 25 feet away, so I can see which one is running, which one is not when I turn it on and turn it off. Running around, and it's the fucking water feature for the neighbor next door, trickling away. Nice,
That
beautiful
sucks.
beautiful rolling brookie sound. Yeah, not at 3:00 in the morning when you're high, you fuck face. Idiot.
Holy shit!
Are they
that's-
rich cocky pricks?
No, they're just moving in. They're nice. They're really, really nice. But we cut the tree down so like the noise is open now. We cut this $5,000 with this big, huge tree, and now it's opened up between our yard and theirs, so the sound is coming through. You know what I mean? I never really heard it before, but now there's no buffer. So I heard it, and I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" Beautiful pool.
That's great.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, as long as it was a beautiful pool. All right.
Yeah, it was shitty.
All right. Shawnee, we're going to let's get our final bit of the day. which of course is what the hell do we call this episode? And if you want to play one of the intros, and I promise
How do you
this week
do?
I'm going to send you
David
music.
Ingram here from the death metal band Benediction, formerly of Metal Breakfast Radio, and I might get back to that at some point in the future, but I don't know. And now, the Conte and Kenny Show, after more than an hour of utter nonsense and stupidity, you can believe it, asks the question, what the hell do we call this episode?
Very good. David Ingram, of course, our pal. All right. I love this, by the way. Shawnee, this is great. I'll send you some sort of royalty-free song that'll fit perfectly that I'll send to you. And if you want to put it in with the intro, that fucking visual is great. It's awesome. All right. Joseph, do you want to start? I only got a few today also. I think
I don't have that many.
Go ahead.
Well, the first one I have we didn't talk about is Alfalfa the Menace.
Oh, that's so funny. Kenny, you didn't hear this. Before the show, Kenny had his hat off. Kenny, you don't even know this. But in the back of Kenny's
he
head,
didn't have the headphones on, so he
didn't have his headphones. You had like one hair like sticking up like this. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh, and he goes, oh, Kenny looks like Alfalfa or what was the other
Dennis the
person?
Menace.
Dennis the Menace. And then he called you Alfalfa the Menace.
Alfalfa the Menace. Okay, I didn't hear that. Yeah,
Alfalfa
but
the
yeah.
Menace. It was really funny.
I've been so busy. I haven't been able to get my hair cut, so my hair's all over the place.
Yeah, you're a big,
I didn't even
thick
shave
fucking
today.
head of hair. I'm really fucking wham. Fucking wham. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I just have Brooklyn for a title. Go ahead, Joseph.
I have Criminal Conte and Idiot Image.
Criminal Conte and Idiot Image. That's great. I have 9 a.m. lottery tickets.
Oh, I have 6 a.m. vodka.
6 a.m.
Those two can go together, actually.
Yeah, that could be. And then I have Trench Foot, which is
and then
Penny loafers in a Mercedes. Trench foot.
Yeah, my next one is Trench Foot.
and then I have a lawnmower DUI.
Oh, I have Sad Guys.
Sad Guys. Swimming pool noodle fight. Which was fucking Kenny.
My next one is Joe's Bail Bonds and Bikes. Or Joe's Bikes and Bail Bonds.
Hilarious.
Those bikes and bail bonds and bikes. Yeah, bikes and bail bonds.
Yeah, that's great. The old Italian dead leg, which is really
I have that too. I have the same thing, the Italian dead leg.
Yep, the Italian dead leg. What do you got? What else you got?
The law offices of Schwinn and Mongoose.
That's hilarious. I only have one more. I have no macaroni, but my last one is Kenny smoked marijuana. Just wanted to clear that up for everybody.
I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 left.
Go ahead.
What are you, stupid?
What are you, stupid? Go ahead.
Nonna Macaroni Returns.
Gotcha.
That one's kind of
whatever.
No Nonna till Brooklyn. Like No Sleep till Brooklyn.
That's funny.
That's clever.
And then
very
my last
clever.
one is Kenny's Waterfall.
Kenny's Waterfall. Very good. Very good. This will be a tough one to figure out. All right, Shawnee, if you want to start our
No Judge in the Food Court. There's another one.
No Judge in the Food Court. And of course, the show, I forgot to do it before in the beginning. Really quick, the show is sponsored by thegoods.fun. Like thegoods.fun on Facebook. It's got all my wife's stuff. And it's got a whole Conte and Kenny collection, which has like 2 things. It's also got something for the honeymooners. And she has awesome stuff that she takes all of her nature pictures and puts them on all these awesome products. And like beach towels, bags, aprons, clocks, shower curtains, journals, and much, much more. Go to thegoods.fun. All right, who can we thank? Thank everybody in the chat room. You guys are great. Aku, Doopa Erica, Patty was there, fucking Colorado dickhead. Aku, one small leak, one giant panic. That would be a great name for the title of the episode. That would be a great name. If anybody else in the chat has any names, the return of Nonna Macaroni, the fruit store. Aku said, needless to say, Kenny got his 10,000 steps in before breakfast. Oh, that's great. All you guys kill it. Thank you so much. All of you listen, everybody who listens on the podcast. Don't forget to give the episode a quick like, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you never miss a live show. Thank you to our producer, Shawnee. And, of course, like our Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, and my social media, which I'm really starting to do a lot of social media stuff. So,
yeah, a lot of your YouTube and Instagram stuff pops up a lot lately.
Yeah,
a lot of
doing a
pops up.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, pops up
It's
on mine, too.
Joe Conte Comic on all
Joe
of my
Conte
social
here.
media. And it's, Joe Conte here. And my Facebook is also Joe Conte Comedian. So
You
come
say that
check
in all
out.
of them, right? Joe Conte here.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
Hey,
my
folks,
thing.
Joe
Change your
Conte here.
username. Change your username to Joe Conte here.
Joe Conte here. That should be HEAR because I'm fucking deaf.
Hey, Joe Conte here.
Hey, Joe Conte here. Yeah, I just did my first homemade dad joke of the day. I just put it up like an hour ago. And I got this other new segment called Oldie Time Phrases That Need a Comeback. So you guys should check that out. All right, and
Well,
that's
you
it,
did,
everybody.
the
We end every show
Your-
the same way
hold on,
our
your
pal, the
threesome.
late great. What's that?
Oh, your threesome on Instagram. Where you bring your dog
Oh.
to the therapist?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? Is that
Yeah,
what it was? The idea of the
Yep.
threesome?
Yep.
Very nice.
The
Very nice.
threesome,
Good
yeah.
stuff.
Check it out. My if you go check out my social media, it's pretty funny. It's called Threesome Goals. It's a quick video. And that's it, everybody. We end every show the same way our pal, the late great Otto Peterson, would always say goodbye, and that is take care.
Yep.